as I've got the video, the lesson uploaded on YouTube, I will definitely put a notification here on TikTok. There'll be notification on all my social media platforms. Please do follow on Instagram and Facebook, because that's where I usually make announcements of new lessons in the classroom. Links up all in the bio, Instagram page, Facebook page, Learning with Noma on all social media platforms. Even on YouTube is Learning with Noma. So yes, please do visit, and do remember that the lesson will be uploaded in the channel for you to revisit, and for you to maybe even ask questions, further questions on YouTube. And I'm thinking maybe if there are questions that come up, I'm not going to answer them if it needs long answers on YouTube. Maybe later, say a week from now or even 2 weeks from now, we can come back and just revisit to say the Q&A from YouTube session about UkuFemba. So guys, 4.4k likes. Please, thank you so much. Keep liking. Like they say, TikTok says it loves it when you like the lives. So I'm just gonna go from Utando. I'm not gonna go up. Mandisa will help me if there are questions that I missed, and you guys please retype your questions. If there's a question that you asked, I was really not looking at the screen. I tried not to be distracted by the screen. Togoza, my lovely Gogo. Togoza, Mposa, sexy, I need this. My spirit is letting me know I need this. Togoza, sexy, Tholi. Togoza, Gogo, can I request the service without ukuhlola first? Okay, in my space, I really do advise ukuthi sihlole, because in ukuhlola we are also sort of like getting a basis, but that's something that can be, you can request it, and what will happen is that before we set up the appointment, we can, when you are specifically saying Gogo UkuFemba, and that will be covered in the fee that is charged. And then we say, okay, let us hlola maybe 3 days before, because there may be certain things that your closing might request of you to come, or there might be things that Itlos Lako might be showing me that I need to prepare in your space before we even femba. And this is important. For an example, umuntu onesphiwo, maybe abogogo nabomkhulu kudala bakubonisa amabhayi, and when you've been buying, yabona unamabhayi lawa amaningi, limasela abadimu, and you don't even know which belongs to who, and they are saying you need to bring them. And as Femba, and then abogogo nabomkhulu, they are able then to identify ukuthi leli elam ibai ngingugog banbai, this is my job, and already you know, oh, leli bai, I bought it for this app. So the throwing the nguni spirit is very important in terms of preparation. We throw the bones to just build a foundation on UkuFemba. And in most cases, when you look at abogogo nabomkhulu, the other thing that you learn about the Ndawo spirit is that there's really a little of people out there who know about this kind of divination method, and you will never get somebody who will walk into and asking UkuFemba, I don't want to, I'm not here for bone throwing. So makukhulunywa uzotshola ukuthi idlozi lomguni yilo elilethela idlozi lomdzawo umsebenzi, or idlozi lomdzawo lilethela idlozi lomguni umsebenzi, so that abantu, they can know about how your Ndawo spirit works. So umdawo will sort of like bring the person who needs UkuFemba through the nguni spirit into your space, uzoza uthi gogo ngicela ukuzohlola, but not knowing ukuthi kahle kahle the spirit that is actually attracting you to come into my space is the Ndawo spirit, because you're gonna find in this ndumba something that you will not find in another one. Ne? But it's okay, you can request it, but like I say, in my space personally, in that consultation fee or that fembaring fee, there will be an inclusion of, can we please throw the bones, even if it's a 30 minutes consultation before we even start with UkuFemba, but the fee can be one. You have learned a lot, and I'm told I have Ndawo Dlozi Lamanzi, but nje angazi nix ngalo. Thank you, this is what I'm also saying, that you can come and femba, and this can be things that can be then revealed to you, and you can be sort of like understanding ukuthi makuthiwa nginedlozi lomtsawu, now you are interacting with that spirit even before it start evoking through you. Yes, sometimes it might not be the particular spirit that you possess, but uzoba umuntu wasekhaya, ugogo umkhulu, who will say, yes, umntana mohamba nabantu basemanzini, utsamaya le batho ba metsing, ke bo nkgono ba bararo, or ke nkgono le ntatemoholo ba babedi, nkgono yena kwa heno. This is how you relate to gogo. The other okay, other people ask, can you please evoke the spirits that I possess? Like I said earlier, you do not choose who comes through you, but those who come to heal. Other times it's obabo mameza, the spokespersons, and the closest that you carry themselves will not really come through, but the people who will identify and tell you to hamba nabobani, those are the gogos that will then come. Can anyone go and femba, or do you need to be told? Anyone can come and femba, Lelo Jack. Anyone can go and femba. It's the same as when you when you are consulting. Anyone can come and consult, but advice is always do the consultation first, because then through the consultation it is sort of like a foundation. You get to understand your ancestors, and even ugogo and unkulu who will be fembering you, they get to build a relationship with your ancestors. So even if uti njengoba usexitholi was saying, can I come and just or can I just request to come and femba? Yes, you can request to just come and femba, but definitely there will be bone throwing before ukfemba, and in some practices even after ukfemba there's a sort of like bone throwing that is given, but very seldom in most practices, because like in Yisho, so kunumile nedlozi. So after the Ndawo spirit has spoken, then kuzovela amanguni who will bring the medicine, as I said earlier, and both the nguni and the Ndawo spirit is present. So what's the point again of throwing bones after, because spirit has already spoken? It's not even Gogo Noma speaking with her logic, trying to also smooth talk things. It was Kulumele. I think you'll be told. Okay, so you guys are answering. Q&A is open. Thank you, Tokosa Gogo. Is it safe to travel alone after the process is done? It is safe to travel alone, but like I say, the advice it will always be, if you can, have someone. And for me, in my space, because like I said, I have somebody who assists you. Most of the time when I'm fembering, it's not really happening in my yard per se. We need to sort of like travel a little bit of a distance, and I do that, but I'm the one who will then who will then be sort of like driving, or the people that are helping me will be the ones that are driving. And for you, you will never leave my yard until I see that you're okay. So some people, you find that after ukfemba, they still stay another hour in the yard, especially if you're traveling alone, because unfortunately we live in a space and time where we don't really have those people that you can trust with your most sacred of sacred things, and people come and they end up having to come alone. So if you do come alone, you will not leave the space until we see that you are in your right state of mind, because it is a lot to take. And another thing is, if you are maybe doubting the safety of will I be able to drive, we then advise that you use alternative mode of transport to come, like your Uber, which can be very expensive. So my thing is, you come, we will not let you go until we see that you are actually understanding. And for me, if anything taught from my mom and my grandmother, when somebody has left my space, especially after such a long hectic process, it is very important for me to ask, how long is your travel time? And maybe if you say 30 minutes, 40 minutes after you've left my space, there's a message that says, Toza, have you arrived home safely? So that's checking. But most of the time, really, it's safe to travel. It's just that when you get home, spirit will then be like, what happened? And you become overwhelmed but it's safe to travel. Lita, Tokoza, not a lot of questions were asked during the lesson. All the ones you'll see are recent. Okay, Tokoz, when do you dream? Okay, I don't do dreams today, Lucia. Thank you, Mandisa, for answering her. Tokoza, how do I know I am about to have a spiritual awakening? And what do you do if it happens? Can we please not move away from the topic for today? This is a very I'll say, nice question for us to actually dig into, but not for today, ne? It comes in a form of a male. My voice changes, and when he's done talking, I get tired, but angitwasanga from. Yes, so when I think you are really, it was like already less kulumela, sort of like something that was happening to me before in Twasa. So my advice will just be get a spiritual consultation, get someone who will, and for you, I believe UkuFemba will be the thing that I will then recommend, so that you know kahle ukuthi umkhulu bani, or what kind of idlozi loliphethe lihamba kanjani, and find direction ukuthi idlozi lakho lifunani. Is it advised to femba at your own yard? Yes, it is advised, because like I said, remember, when we do home protection rituals, when you femba in your own yard, we're not only going to femba you as a person, but we're also going to femba your house. We're also going to femba your cars. So it will depend on what kind of femba is. But remember, then when we come to your yard, it's also not you alone. As I said earlier, it will then be advised that everybody who lives in the yard be present, because even a house protection will be done for you. So yes, it is safe and very much advised if you've got a house that also will need some protection. Mabule Munama Tokoza Zanele Tokoza Gogo. Tokoza Gogo, I'm so late and I see the topic seems interesting. Don't worry, Bulelo, the lesson will be uploaded on YouTube. The lesson will be available on YouTube later, and you can go and watch it there. May I then ask my ancestors who comes out during the process about my identity? Definitely you can. You can. For those who have problems with saying, I know Guti umama was adopted, or ubaba was adopted, or I don't know my father. And remember, guys, the answers are not always what we expect. It will be what closely deems is important. And if it was lako when you're asking about a father who was absent and your mother did things, or ubaba koguti did this, and they feel that, listen, child, what is going to move you forward in life is this and this and this and this. Because if there's anything I learned about abantu abadala, they don't spend much time on problem discussing. They spend a lot of time on coming up with solutions. They will identify the problem and they bring the solution to the problem. So yes, you can ask about your identity, and abantu abadala, they will definitely give the answers that are needed. Thank you so much, Gogo. He did say, what is he, and the first time, who is he the first time Efika? Yes, thank you. But remember that UkuFemba, what it does, it gives you a direction. Uguti manje ke angithi, like you say, awakathwasi. So if it was like, okay, if ufikile utshelile ukuthi ubani, remember, you don't carry only one dlozi as a person who needs to twasa. There are many, and they work together. And umkhulu might be umphathi wesikhwama, ukhona igedle lizohamba nawe, ukhona umbelethisi ozohamba nawe. But basically it will be sort of like you trying to find direction, and also understanding ukuthi manje mkhulu mawusikhulumela, why ungangikhombisi la kumele ukuthi ngiyothwasa khona, so that you don't just come unexpectedly and I don't know how to control the relationship between me and you. Because in epehlweni, that is where you are taught how to interact with your spiritual guides and how they can behave better in your space, instead of you evoking even when. That is why we intentionally call upon spirit and we evoke it intentionally. If I feel like, listen, this is not a safe space, I'll be able to say, I'm going to go, I can feel you coming, do not come. So there are certain things that you are taught epehlweni that are very necessary. And in situations like yours, this is where you get abantu bakutshela ukuthi mina dlozi lami lasithwasisa. Guys, there's no dlozi. And when I say there's no dlozi that does not thwasisa itself, I'm talking about a situation where we need to understand ukuthi elinye idlozi liyasithwasisa, because idlozi liyasikhulumela. Idlozi lizokutshela ukobela. And when we talk about ukobela, we're saying also usigobela umthetho wedlozi, the one who's going to listen and understand the way idlozi lakho lifuna ukuhamba ngalo. So elinye idlozi liyasithwasisa, because idlozi lakho angeke lithwase kanoma if it doesn't want intwaso yasekhaya. It will go ka gogmandisa, because impande yasekhaya for you it's there, and elinye lizohamba liye ku gogzaza sindumba, because so liyasithwasisa already from that. I choose the school that I'm going to go to, because Intwaso is about impande that is being given to you in the time of Intwaso. That is why Sicilia's trust close, but not those trusts are when I'm going to your pool pike, therefore somehow I'm already saying, and then the next thing when you want people to come to your yard. If you know it was last trust, then allow others also to do the same. Because when I ask it was last trust, and that's just me. If I know as Gogo Noma that I can do appendicectomy on myself, then why do I need somebody to come and do appendicectomy at my practice? If I know as Gogo Noma I can heal myself, why do I need someone else to come into my space for healing? A healer cannot heal themselves. I cannot take a blade and go to the fourth contract of my abdomen and say this is where my appendix is and I'm gonna cut and I'm gonna perform appendix. Yes, even the biggest world-class surgeons, the world's best cardiologists cannot perform a cardio procedure on themselves. The world's best surgeon cannot perform a surgical procedure on themselves. The world's best general practitioners cannot put a stethoscope here and listen to their lungs and say this is what's wrong with me and this is how I'm going to heal. So each and everything that we need to remember is, if you want to heal people, you need to be able to accept when it's time for you to be healed. Hence, I always tell people that I don't advise people to come bazohlola endumbeni, and I don't do it. I hlola. Mostly you'll find the beginning of the year and towards the end of the year I do my consultations, but if need be, even in the middle of the year, I will consult and find out, am I still on the right track? Or what is Lucy trying to say to me about certain things in life? Is there an inexpensive method of getting rid of bad spirit? I mean, for those people who can't afford ukuhlola, and sort of like going through the cleansings. And cleansings, again, guys, it's not something that you're going to do today and you forget about it. Because ugogo ute wozofuta uphalaze wenzeni, uyaphalaza uyafuta, and then you forget for another 5 years. It doesn't work like that. It's about consistency. It's like an exercise. You cannot expect to build muscle if you don't exercise and pull weights every day. So even spirituality, we need to start understanding that spirituality is not a once-off emergency box where we're going to resuscitate, and after resuscitation you're just going to relax and come back again when you're now going to be admitted and put into ICU again. It's a continuous thing. If need to use salt and water, cause salt, for an example, as I always say for people who say, Gogo, I forget my dreams, I don't remember my dreams, or Gogo, I feel like I need a cleansing but I don't feel I need to consult, whatever, I always say, then try, because it was like always try taking cost salt, and then bath with it and see. Then a person does it today, tomorrow they don't do it, after 5 days they're like, but I've done that, it doesn't work. Hello, hi. No, it doesn't work like that. You cannot expect to remove 10 years worth of mud with just one hosepipe wash. No, you need to be consistent, and in consistency then you will see results. Vusi Tembekwayo always says that successful people are not successful because they were motivated. They're successful because they were disciplined, and consistency, it's all about discipline. You need to be disciplined. As Gogo Noma, when it comes to my full moon rituals, it's about release. And release means ngiyapalaza, ngiyafuta, ngiyageza. With each and every full moon. So I'm not just advising people to do it. Even in my space, when it says full moon and I'm preparing to do my release rituals, I release first systematically. I release first in the body. Ngiyapalaza, ngithivula ikhanda, ngivula isifuba, ngiyafuta, ngiyageza. I cleanse. And then I know that I'm preparing for the new moon rituals when I'll be doing my manifestation rituals. But I cannot expect to do manifestation rituals carrying the burden of the last 4 weeks, because I see a lot of people, I meet a lot of energies, and sometimes even after certain days of consulting, I cannot go to bed without cleansing. I cannot go to bed without food, because I have faced I faced some things like UkuFemba. You cannot go UkuFemba and then at night you just go into your bed, and you know there's not a certain cleansing that I've done as UkuFemba also. Is this UkuFemba the same as exorcism we see in the movies? Like I said earlier, for me, exorcism is limiting it. But please do visit the YouTube channel and you will hear how I explained it earlier. But yes, you know, for a lack of a long explanation, it is the same as that. Good questions, as Togoza. Yeah. Now it makes sense. I have to make plans to go Femba. Togoza, Gogo Noma, Togoza. Does that mean yes? Okay, Ditsebe, Mandisa is answering you. Thank you, Mandisa. Actually, Lelendaba, I will check YouTube. Togoza. Indeed, it was a very insightful lesson. Thank you, worth the watch. Thank you so much. It's like a doctor's checkup. Yes, I love the way you explain. Togoza, you Gogo Noma, I love you. Learning so much from this life. I love you too, Tendo. Togoza. They failed many times, but never given up. Success. I don't understand Lazitu. I don't know if I heard UkuFemba is very dangerous. Zaza, like I said earlier, it is a very strenuous and yes, very not dangerous to the person who's being femmed. And I don't think dangerous it's sort of like the word that you know I would like to use, but because when you say danger, people sort of like it is a very strenuous and very intense way of doing things. And yes, the danger in it comes with the fact that you might, okay, now just imagine this, guys. You see Gogo Noma right now. Everybody, Gogo, I love you, Gogo this. And I'm the one who's driving with you, and we get to this place. And I have to now start, you know, UkuFemba. And I become the worst of your worst enemy. As you've been having these miscarriages, I'm the one who's killing your children. How do you feel about that? It's coming out of my mouth. Hence, some people, and I'll say in my space, I've been very lucky where they'll be like, hey, when abantu they don't even want to curse and chase away because they're like, but it's Gogo. And you're like, no, but you're not talking to Gogo, you're talking to the spirit. So it becomes also dangerous in a sense that a person can get angry at you and even want to hurt you, or sharp, or whatever, because they actually remember, yo, I've had 5 miscarriages. It means this is the person who's been taking my babies. You understand the anger that you get filled up. Woo, Togozani guys, 6,000 likes. You, thank you so much. 6K. We are looking. So it is all those things that comes to you, the emotions of anger because of you remembering what has been happening in your life. You've lost your babies, your marriage has ended, you've lost a job, and the spirit is coming and saying, I'm the cause of this. I am the cause. They even remind you, Uguti, you remember that day when you nearly, or you remember that day when you had an accident, that car, and you don't know what happened. I'm the one who pushed it in front of you. I'm the one who kept pushing it in front of you. You understand? And now you're looking at this person, like the insurance it's because of you. You're gonna want to come and grab Gogo Noma by her neck. So it is dangerous in that sense that emotions run wild in there sometimes. And then next minute you're crying, the next you want to fight, and the next your ancestors are coming through, and it's a beautiful end of a consultation. And being an educator with I keep tapping the screen. Togoza Mandisa. So everybody must just keep tapping the screen. I'll be like the what do you call this? What do you call them, guys? The crow parties. Tap. That's what I always see when I come and I look at the live. Tap. So we'll keep tapping the screen. So you will tap the screen, guys, so that we get more likes. Ne? And people can see and join the informative lessons that we are always having. If they subscribe, they can be notified when the classroom is on, and we can share this the learnings. So you understand, you get angry and you want to just grab But that's why then the team is necessary when I am there. Kahle kahle, it's the same as in a surgical procedure. That's why it's necessary for the surgeon to have the anesthetic there to help make you sleep. Because should I just take a knife and start cutting you while you're awake, you're probably going to want to grab me and say, hey, what are you doing? Take the very same knife and cut me and say, would you like it? Would you like it if I cut you? Hence, it is necessary that we make you sleep. And even in this setting, the team is very necessary. Ukuthi inyangwabe ibe khona, the assistant to UkuFemba, and it might be even more than one, because we need to be having somebody who's gonna keep you in emotion check, so that even if you get angry, there's that understanding. You say kumbula is not Gogo, it's the spirit, and you cannot hurt the spirit without hurting Ugogo. And when you hurt Ugogo, for her it's going to be permanent, because this is my body. So if unshapa kampama, even when I come back, I'm still gonna feel that, hey, I got it very hot. What happened? You understand? So that's why the team is very necessary to help each other. So yeah. Takosa Gogo, does the person who does bad things to you know when you come to Femba? No, Tseho, no. But they will know after you have Fembaed, even if they won't know exactly what you have done. But what usually happens, and again, testimony from people that I have Fembaed, is that you go, you remember Hutlile? Okay, and this is another thing that people say, Gogo, do you remember Hutlile, this person? And I'm like, no, I don't remember, because the person came through me, but I do remember you telling me, and I do remember them telling me about that person. Or then it will be that conversation of it, Gogo, you know, when you Fembaed me, there's this person that came, and I could identify that it is Banbani M7zini. Do you know on Monday, if maybe let's say we Fembaed on Friday or Saturday, do you know on Monday when I came to work, this person could not even look me in the eye, because what? Spirit has already reported that, hey, you've been seen, so they will not know when you go Femba, but their actions will definitely also confirm that muloi utshwere. If it is somebody who's alive. With all my struggles, I will be angry and happy at the same time. And that is the thing about UkuFemba. You get angry and you get happy. Hence I say that you get all anxious in the beginning, but towards the end it always ends either in tears of happiness or in laughter, because manje kuvela idlozi lakho, and they coming to bring life, and they are coming to bring solutions. So it is sort of like, let me put it like this, guys. I will always go back to nursing. I will always go back to the medical side. The first part of UkuFemba, it's like we said, throwing the bombs. That is the assessment. That is the history taking. Then we come to Femba, where we are now going through diagnostic procedures. It is the diagnosing stage. Okay, unani, and all those spirits are then being cleansed off your space. That is diagnosis. And then it will come to a space of, now we are giving treatment, we are planning for treatment, and after the plan for treatment, like I said, there will always be the evaluation, where we will then say, let us then come and do a follow-up, maybe in a month or in 2 months, or even for you just like, Gogo, can we please throw the bones and see where I'm at? And we see what does the feedback say. So evaluation is also important post UkuFemba. This was really an insightful lesson, as all your others. Thank you, Gogo. Imagine, do you advise to share such things with friends? Are spiritual things not as safe, or are they not sacred? That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying earlier when somebody said, is it okay for me to travel on my own? I said, it is advised for you to come with family. And sometimes, guys, we do not have family. The family that we have is a close friend that you always sharing your things with. If it is someone that you trust and you passionate about it, and it was vuma, by all means you can bring them. But it is not something that you will go out there and say, hey, mina UkuFemba. Same as a consultation. You don't go around telling people that, oh, I've just come from a spiritual consultation, because once you say I've come from a spiritual consultation, already people know that a cleansing was done, things were done for you. So the Pogoje, or I don't remember that. Yeah, I think it's the Pogoje, the Pir, something of that nature. But you must not reveal your secrets out in public. Ne? So it's a spiritual thing, and you will need to then keep it spiritual. Today somehow I've got Boma Miki messaging me, guys, and it's different my Mikis, because the other one is K. That like, Gogo, where are you based? I'm in Joburg right now, Posh. I'm in Joburg. I'm in South Hills, the south of Joburg. So go, guys, let's reach 10,000 K. Let's reach 10K. We are at 7.9. We are getting there. Thank you, Mandisa, for tapping, and everybody who's tapping. Tap. I am in Joburg. I'm in Joburg. And when I say South Hills, people don't know exactly where I am. But when I say Stelldale or I say City Deep, then people understand, oh, around City Deep area, oh, around Stelldale area. So yeah, Alberton is my neighbor. Joburg CBD is, I'm like 15 minutes away from Joburg CBD. I'm literally 15 minutes away from MTN. Not even 15, I think less than 15, because for a day, yeah, but if I use this side, yeah, it's about 15 minutes from MTN, from Faraday. I'm sort of like in a central space. But when I go to town, I don't go to the Glen, the Basonia area. I prefer going to Alberton. Yo, I wish I was white. No, Zaza, you don't. Because white people come to Femba. You'll be surprised of the number of clientele that come as white people to Femba, guys. UkuFemba is not for black people. Okay, let me correct it there. Thank you also for saying that. UkuFemba is done across all races. Can I say that? And it is so funny how you find, I'm going to put at the top of the list Indians, and then white people, and then black people, maybe third. And black people, mostly your people from Limpopo, your Venda people, your Shonas, and then ke sizokhuluma ngamaZulu namaXhosa nabeSuthu, and retla kalona ka morao baSuthu, maXhosa, and but high, and every day I always tell people that I believe that is why there is so much wealth and so much success in those spaces of Indians, because those people, guys, they don't mind. Umuntu uyeza nje ukuthi I want to open a new business, I'm here to Femba. What are my ancestors saying about this? So please do not think that it's only for black people. No, it's not. And actually other races are utilizing this gift that has been channeled through us more than them. Because manje mangathi uzofemba you umuntu omnyama, hayi kokufuna umloyo kokuthanda imali. Kanti you don't know that the little that you are planting is a seed. The return on investment is going to be more than what you have already paid. And that's what they understand. So Zaza, that is actually a clientele for us. And then Togosa Koko, hello Zaza, white people have spirits too. Exactly, and like I'm saying, yes, Tulisa Park, lol. Have you never heard of white sangomas? Exactly, and most of them, they become sangomas through the process of UkuFemba, because things are not going okay, and they're wondering, but why do I always dream of this black woman doing that? And then through UkuFemba, they then understand that, no, but your grandfather, Yambona Gogo Noma, who was looking after your mom as she was growing up, your grandfather actually had an affair with that old woman, and that old woman actually bared children for your grandfather, and that is why she's coming back as Umdawo Wasekai. That is why she's coming back as Umguni Wasekai, because she was the second wife to Umkulu Wako. So guys, and that's why I always say when people say, why are you guys you are exposing us? African spirituality, our ancestors traveled all over the world learning about different cultures, and that is where the Ndawo spirit, the Mdawo as we would call it in Zulu, those Basendaweni, those who came, they were adopted. That's how all those things came up, because we never closed people outside, but we learned from each other and we accommodated each other. So I cannot right now. Yes, there are certain instances where you feel like, okay, really, why are you making this person Twasa? But in many instances, we've got genuine better than most black sangomas, white sangomas practicing, if I have to say so myself. So it's not about the color of the skin, it's about the spirit that you carry and the people that you work with, and the authenticity in your practice. All people have some sort of ancestral connection and spirituality. And when we talk about Buddha, Buddhism, monks, and all those kind of things, what are we talking about? Because that's still another form of uktwasa in any people's in other people's, you know, traditions and ways of healing. Now is never going to be a white sangoma. Well, you can say that now because you are not white. Remember, guys, that Gogo is a nurse and we get arthritis. I remind you, put your hand on the heater, warm your hands. Hi, guys. Tap, 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 tap. Yes, you see, I don't even see it. 11.8K. I love you guys. Glen Vista is your neighbor. Yes, Glen Vista is, yeah, because I can go to the Glen. The Glen is actually closer than Alberton. If I go to the Glen, it will probably take me about 10 minutes at most. If I'm using, I'm going inside, like I'm going to pass Terfontaine. I don't even get to Terfontaine. Why am I going so far? Okay, if I have to go up the hill, then it's going to take me about 10 minutes. But if I use the highway and I'm going to just get out of Kimberley, Joburg exit and enter into Komaro, that can take me even less. I'm just 7 minutes. Yes, Alberton is closer, very close. It was Iliavu, so sexy. I carry we all have spirits. Yes, we do. Yes, I used to stay in South Hills. Imagine, Jay, I was closer. Mandisa, then why did you move? Mandisa, when I got yes, whether you've got. Gogo. Okay, so you will check the. Yes, the Glen is closer. My favorite. I missed you, Helen, to see. I'm here. So everybody who has just joined the live and you are asking what is UkuFemba, please do visit my YouTube channel as soon as the lesson is uploaded. Follow so that you can see the video where I will be notifying you that I have uploaded the lesson on YouTube, because it is going on YouTube. And also please do follow on Instagram and Facebook, because that's where I put most of the announcements about new lessons on YouTube. So the Instagram link is in the bio, and you can also visit Learning with Noma on YouTube. So on all social media platforms, if you go on Google search and you say learningwithnoma.com, it's going to take you to my website, and at the bottom end of the website there are links to say follow, or when you look at the top menu, you can just click on the button that says follow, and then when you go, it will take you straight to those links to all my social media platforms. And you can just press Instagram to follow on Instagram, you can press Facebook to follow on Facebook, and you can press YouTube to follow on YouTube. And there's lots more lessons on YouTube, guys. It's very the classroom is still gonna grow a lot, but already there is a whole lot of content that you can go through, from advice from Gogo Noma, tips on how to prepare for your consultations, why we need to consult, the very same question that Kganya is asking, can dreams be blocked? We talk about why are your dreams blocked, how can you open your third eye. There's lessons on all of that. And yes, like anything else in life, people can block your dreams, people can block your luck, but it also comes back to you to say, what are you doing to stay cleansed? What are you doing to stay protected in your own space? So guys, thank you so much to the gifters. Thank you, business wife. Thank you very much. So for me, I advocate for protection, guys. I'm an advocate of protection. Fighting is a lot of work, and once you fight, remember you're also inviting into your space fights. The minute Ulwanta Noma, it means you're inviting energies of I'm ready to fight, let us fight, show me what you've got and I'll show you what I have. I don't do that. I protect. I'm all about peace. I'm all about serenity. I'm just about can I be peaceful in my own space. So I always protect. I'm a nurse, I'm a community nurse, primary healthcare nurse, and the first rule in primary healthcare, prevention is better than cure. Ka Sesotho re le Basotho re re tshireletso tshireletso e molemo ho feta pheko. So that is me. I'm all about protection. Yes, protection is always the better option, really. And even when I do my candle lessons, you will see when I talk about the red candle, if anything in that lesson, I am just emphasizing on protection. When you use the red candle, pray for protection instead of saying abantu abadala they must fight, or you must fight, and this and this and this and this. I'm not about fighting. Fighting is a lot of work. I always tell people I don't have a scratch because it's not because I don't know how to fight. It's just that I choose not to. I mean, guys, look at the sensitive skin, having to deal with your long nails, grabbing me. Yo, I can't. I refuse shame. There's a post that I did on Instagram. I don't know if it was from Twitter, but I did say that every day I wake up to do my best, but if it requires me to fight and we're going to fight over it, you can have it. It's fine. If it's mine, it will stay. I attract. I don't hustle for things. I don't fight over things. I don't wake up and I struggle to, I'm in line and rea hula hulana. What belongs to me will be attracted into my space. What doesn't belong to me, by all means, can it move to somebody else? So yes, guys, that is the lesson for today. That was UkuFemba. Those who are joining, please do watch the lesson later on YouTube, and you will leave your questions there. But I would like to believe that I have covered. I'd like to believe that I've covered a lot. I didn't really make like objectives, or I didn't do a lesson plan. And maybe that's something that I should really look into as an educator, because now I'm sitting and trying to think, did I cover everything? Maybe I should do a lesson plan for my Thursday lessons. And guys, again, this is something that I was thinking about as a classroom. This is a learner-based classroom. It's not about Gogo Noma. To say, even if I'm not able to come on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, but let us agree that Thursdays are for teaching. Thursdays are for teaching. So each and every Thursday we then pick a topic that we're going to intensively talk about. That's a very good attitude, Gogo. Togoza. Thank you, Zaza. I try, but for me, that's like, since I was young, fighting has never, I don't remember ever being in a fight, even from a very young age. The only fight I was ever in, I think I was 7 years old, and I wasn't even the one who instigated. Somebody tried, and as a Robao Bese that I think I was weighing at the age of 14, 15, I was still weighing something like your 16 kg. I mean, I was, guys, but during my second year as a nursing student, I was weighing 45. So you can imagine, I've always been small. Because it's about Orobao base, Mr. Sanyani, Kuru Utupate, Opatia Robua Fella Relashele Mulo. So I've never, ever started a fight or wanted to be in a fight. So Thursdays, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, let it be Thursdays for teaching. I don't know what, teaching Thursdays or something of that nature. Let us pick a topic. And for next week, I was thinking that I didn't even load it on YouTube. So for next week Thursday, I was thinking we can maybe start a sort of like a series on the different spirits. I don't know, the Ndawo spirit, I really tried in the beginning to give an introduction. So maybe starting from next week, let me just go back. I know I've done a lesson on it, but let me start with it again. Before I go to other spirits, let me start with Umguni. The Nguni spirit. Let us understand what is Itlos Lasekhaya. Then maybe that other week I will see if there's a need for us to really go into detail about Umzao, but I feel the introduction that I gave is basically in a nutshell what would be the Ndao spirit. And then maybe then that next week we do the Nguni spirit. That other week I know that the one spirit that I always get questions about is Tunya. So yeah, let me just check the calendar, you guys, the messages that I have. And I don't know, tomorrow I have to go for my swimming lesson. I couldn't go on Wednesday, so they moved it to Friday. And then after that I have to come do consultations, and only after my consultations after 12 will I be able to be with the phone or to even answer some of the people who have sent me dreams. Oh my word, I'm looking for my calendar and now it's giving me, I don't know what is this thing. I want an iPhone. Yo, they want me now to buy a calendar. I can't. I want mine. Let's see. Okay, here is mine. So yes, on the 19th next week, let us do Umguni on the like the Nguni spirit. Let us do that. And then kanti di fela ning di swimming lessons floating in the Ilibut. You guys, I'm willing to do my swimming lessons even if it takes me 2 years. It's not about di fela ning. Yo, I'm still struggling, like you say, with floating. I'm not doing them every day. I'm going only once a week. And what, this is like my 7th week. Zaza, no ways. Even if it takes me 2 years. Adult learning is not the same as learning from primary school. Remember, right now, I'm an adult learner. So there's fears and things that needs to, I come bearing a lot of baggage, fear for water, and Lena, I'm answering. I refuse you. Even if you hear me next year, this time, still telling you that I'm going for my swimming lessons, just know that until I am ready to graduate, I'm not leaving my instructor. But I am improving. Yeah, floating is still a problem. I believe that my floating problem will end once I also start. I'm floating better with my head in water and I'm blowing bubbles. I'm struggling to stay afloat when my head is also above water. So when I'm just like underwater, I can actually dive deep and actually come back on my own and not really feel like I'm drowning, because I know how to hold my breath and I know how to blow the bubbles to sort of like come up. But like I say, when my head is above water, I can stay with my body also on top of the water. So let's do this. The 19th we do the Nguni spirits. The 26th this month we close it with is Tunya, and then we will try on the 26th to maybe also see, we will do topic suggestions during the course of the week, or the course of the weeks, to say in September, let's then plan for the Thursdays. And September has 5 Thursdays, and we can make sure Gogo Noma ati, I'm not coming on Monday, I was busy, I'm not here on Tuesday, I was busy, but Thursday definitely a date, because it is teaching Thursdays. Nyabon? Then that is a commitment that we make. Every Thursday you have me for 2 hours, 8 to 10, 1 hour teaching, 1 hour Q&A. Then everybody can know the topic, and maybe then I can start also putting the links that say to us, this is what we'll be discussing the following Sunday. So then you can swim. Oh, Sasa, I'm still a long way. I still need to learn how to flip with my, or not even learn, but to have the stamina, because the thing about swimming is the stamina. You start very well. The first lap, you're going to do it with all your power and you're there. Come second round, come the second lap, you're out of breath or something, you're tired. And swimming is also a whole body's exercise. Like when you get out of there, your stomach, your shoulders, your legs, like you've just done a whole body workout. But I'm enjoying it. So Yebo, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. And at the end of the live, We are sitting at 13.4 likes. I am blessed to have you guys. I am blessed to be in your space. I am so blessed to have you hold space for me. I'm so blessed to have you listen to me. I am very blessed. I need to sleep. Like I said, I've got an early night with my swimming instructor and a busy day with consultations and having to send pamphlets to all those who received their packages over the few days. And I also have dream interpretations that I need to do tomorrow from people who sent their dreams today. So yeah, it's a busy Friday for Gogo as always. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, by Sunday I'm like, can it be Monday already? Somebody was laughing when I said that last week. And I was like, yo, can it be Monday? Like, Gogo, I think you're the first person who's ever screamed, can it be Monday already? And it's because Monday I try to make it sort of like, you know, a relaxed day for me. Even if I work, I don't overwork myself. Thank you, Mandisa. More kisses blown to you. Thank you, Gogo. Thank you, Rifilwe. Thank you, Gogo, for taking your time to teach us all we need to know about closely and everything. Tagoza, Zaza. Yabonga kakhulu, guys. Thank you. Enjoy your swimming lessons. I will definitely do. Thank you for the lesson, Gogo. It was very insightful. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thank you for your wisdom, Gogo. Always humbled, closely child forever. # spiritualist growing. I am forever growing. Sexy Tholi said, thank you, Gogo. Bless you. Thank you, businesswoman, business wife. Thank you for the gift. Ntibeng, thank you for the gift. Good night, everybody. We shall see each other again. Oh, as I've already said, how busy my day is going to be tomorrow. So let me promise to see you guys on Monday. Let's see. So be on the lookout for me on Monday, 8 o'clock. If I'm not here on Monday, definitely Tuesday, and definitely Wednesday, definitely Thursday. I will be here. But I will definitely try on Monday to be here. But for now, in the words of Mam Nokolo Khruitbom, Kintanda Nonke Makaya, do not forget to light your candle. Do not forget to give thanks to Abantu Abadala for always blessing us with wisdom, for always blessing us with information. Like I always say, when I look at this life, sometimes I am like, you, Noma, how did you even get to answer? How did you even get to share such information? Because it's wisdom from Abantu Abadala. Mina, I'm just a channel. Like I always say, I surrender my ego to the wisdom of pure consciousness. I surrender my ego to my higher self, the one with wisdom of pure consciousness. As I live true to myself, I know that I am supported, loved, and guided by divine energies as I live my truth and fulfill my purpose. Good night. Have an awesome weekend. You too, Mandisa, everybody. Awesome weekend. We shall see each other next week. Good night.